Hey, what's up guys? It's time for me to shoot my reviews for the week, so I figured I'd go ahead and do another update on these customs. So it'll be a smaller update than normal since I'm going to be shooting these, at least my plan right now is to shoot these updates every time I do other reviews. So there will be fewer noticeable differences, but we'll have more videos. So that's the plan. Hopefully that works out. Either way, thanks a bunch for the support. I really do appreciate it, and let's just go ahead and jump into it. So this is obviously the Batgirl figure, but this is the head we're using for the Catwoman. So I've taken off the Batgirl ears, and I've sculpted the Catwoman ears on there, and they're just about ready to go. They need a little bit more sanding, but they're pretty much set. What I did was I just kind of I re-sculpted the whole top of the head to give it the right shape, and then I sculpted the ears on top of that, and then using the Dremel tool, I actually hollowed them out a little bit to give them that concave shape. Because sculpting that would have been difficult, since every time I pushed in, it would be pushing out, and if I scraped it, it would pull the top down. So it was easier to get the general shape pretty close, and then do the rest via sanding. So once I clean those up just a little bit more, I'll go ahead and actually affix the hair to it permanently, and then the head will be ready to go. It's not going to stay on this body, I don't think. He did want me to use this body because it has the right size boobages, but I'm pretty sure there are other figures with the boobages, and she's got a really weird neck due to the cape, so I'm going to try to use a different body if possible, and that'll do that. Now for this figure, which is the Bastilla Sean figure, for the legs I haven't done too much. I just added a couple of panels on the feet, and I'm just going to keep doing that. The thing is, I don't like to do too many things like this at once because I end up mushing them and it's a pain in the ass. I'd rather just let them get there and then move on to a different part. And for these areas I don't need a ton. She just basically needs some boots with some details. So that's not so bad. That's a little bit of work, but not much. And then for the head area, again, not a whole lot going on, but I've given her her collar. You can see I sculpted it. That's the black area, and then I kind of used a file to create a panel line in the collar piece. And I've added a little bit here and a little bit here, just to kind of, because she's got like shoulder things, kind of. They're part of her suit, but they are there, so I wanted to kind of give that illusion on this part of the shoulder, because on the other part of the shoulder it's another kind of illusion type situation. I'll grab those and show you that, but then I also added part of her chest details, so that needs a little bit more detailing on top, and then she's got like kind of a stripe of details going down that lines up with the skirt, so I have to add that as well. Let me grab those other pieces so I can show you the arms. Okay, so for the arms, it's going to be a little bit hard to see what I did here, but I sculpted some poofy wrinkles and stuff on the sleeve part, and then I started to sculpt the glove part up here, which is going to kind of come down flush to the wrist. So she's got gloves that her sleeves tuck into, and then up here, this is the other part of that shoulder I was telling you about, and so it doesn't actually technically line up or anything, but it'll give the illusion that the shoulder is actually a whole separate panel. And that's really the best you can do, having the articulation the way it is. Just a little bit of a lip around here, which I'll sand down some. That way it doesn't impede the articulation at all, and this doesn't impede the articulation at all. Yet, it'll look like she's got shoulder poofy things. So that'll be that. I'll probably add a couple of wrinkles and things into the biceps so that it ties in with the sleeves. But the arms are actually pretty well done. I ordered some new hands. Well, a figure with some new hands on it because I didn't like the other hands, and I just figured, what the hell, I'll eat the cost and have a better figure, which is unfortunate, but it'll work out. So she'll have one open hand and then one gripping hand, so she can use force or lightsabers, and I'm actually really pleased with how this is going. I wasn't sure what I was going to do for her, some of her suit design details, but I think it's going to work out nicely, in particular the shoulders. That was the really questionable area. And then for the stomach and the skirt, I mean, we're going to do the best we can, but adding draping clothes to a Marvel Legends figure is never a good idea. I mean, as far as a custom goes, it's always a pain in the butt, but we'll make it work one way or another, and it'll definitely be acceptable. So we're getting there, guys. Like I said, we're going to have fewer updates per video since we're going to do more videos, but I think that should be okay for you guys. I hope. Let me know if it's not, I guess. I could always just wait and do fewer videos with more information, but I have to shoot videos anyway, so this will be a good idea. I just realized I lined this up pretty well with her neck, but it looks like it's not quite lined up with her boobages. I wonder, Marvel Legends are sometimes known for not being perfectly square up. I'll have to look. I'll have to do some measurements and see. I may have to pop that off and resculpt it. I know, like that old Shield Agent body, the pecs were totally lopsided, so everything looked crooked even when it was in the middle. I'll have to check. Let's see if I can tell. Based on the neck peg, yeah, I think there's a little bit of an extra curvature to it, so I guess I'm resculpting that part. Well, I hate having to correct mistakes like that. That's such a pain in the butt. I don't mean my mistakes. I mean Marvel's, or has Marvel's. I'll pop it off later. Hasbro's mistakes. That's a pain in the butt, but no big deal. I can account for it, so that's fine. You can also notice, well, maybe you can't because of the black lines, but there's a little extra more meat on this side of the figure than on this side of the figure, so I kind of have to account for that with the sculpting too. Oh well, that's the way it goes for being a customizer. So that's the update, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks again for the support, and I will see you next time.